All right, my friends, you know what today is, right? I mean, you already know. I don't need to tell you. I'll tell you anyway. Today's July 1st. It's the first day of the second half of the year. The year is half done. I'll also throw in the fact that it's my birthday, but that's neither here nor there. I turned 61 today. Who knew people could live this long, right? So since it's that kind of day, let me take a personal approach to it. By the way, 2 days ago, June 29th, would have been my parents' 73rd anniversary if they had lived to see it. Unbelievable. I missed them both. Here is a front page from the New York Times last week after the second Democrat debate. Now, if you haven't seen it, let me describe it for you. Front page of the New York Post. By the way, Steve Dunleavy died last week. He was a longtime columnist on the New York Post. I actually met him once when I went up to the Post newsroom trying to get a job there. Didn't work out, but at least I got to meet Steve Dunleavy. The front page shows 5 of the candidates on stage. They're raising their hands. The headline at the top, the small headline, says, all major Democrat candidates raise hand in favor of free health care for illegal immigrants. But the bigger headline below says, who wants to lose the election? I thought it was funny as hell, because these 5 geniuses, 5 out of a field of 20-some-odd geniuses, who think they can be president, don't have the first clue that by coming out publicly in favor of free health care for illegals, they're signing their own death warrants as potential candidates for president. America does not want it, won't accept it, won't vote for it. They are wasting their time. I wanted to share that front page with you. Now, I'll share something else with you. I got a friend in Philadelphia, a very good friend of mine named Steve Rosenberg. I like him, but he called me on the carpet a few days ago. There had been a picture on Facebook. It was a picture of that father and his daughter dead, drowned in the Rio Grande. They had tried, you remember the story. They're illegal immigrants. They came here. The father waded across the rapids of the Rio Grande. He put his small child, 4 years old, 5 years old, on the shore, and then he went back to help his wife. But in so doing, his little daughter, stumbled into the water or walked into the water. The father leaped in to rescue her, and they both drowned. Terrible tragedy. And the picture was absolutely gruesome. Well, I'm all about solving problems. And so when I saw that picture on Facebook, I added a caption that said, should have stayed home. If that father had stayed home with his family, his child would be alive. So Steve Rosenberg in Philadelphia climbed all over my case. Howard, how can you say that? You're supposed to be a compassionate guy. You've got daughters of your own. How could you be so cold? Where's your compassion? And so, because Steve is my good friend, and I want him to understand what's going on in America, I wrote back to him. And here's what I said. I'll read it to you verbatim. Steve, I hear what you're saying, but think. By being quote-unquote compassionate to those who crash our border, we're being the opposite of compassionate to Americans who have to deal with the incredible costs, lower wages, overloaded emergency rooms and schools, and higher crime as a result. So it becomes a zero-sum equation. Compassion is not helping a mindless drunk change his urine-soaked clothes. It's preventing him from getting drunk in the first place. If that father had not thought, you know what, to hell with Americans, we're going to break their laws and help ourselves to a whole bunch of stuff we didn't earn, whether they like it or not. He and his poor daughter, and by the way, what kind of father subjects a small daughter to this? He and his daughter would be alive. That is true compassion. For those who feel everyone on the planet should be able to come here illegally if they wish at our expense, I would quote the Talmud. There's a phrase, Rachmanut shel Tibshin. It means the mercy of fools. Being nice to criminals at the expense of law-abiding, hard-working, tax-paying Americans is the very opposite of compassion. Bottom line, no harm would have come to those people if they had simply respected our laws, stayed home, and begun the process to come here legally. The fault for this tragedy falls squarely on A, the irresponsible parents, B, Mexico for letting hundreds of thousands of people waltz through the U.S. border, to the U.S. border. C, Congress, which could have and should have secured our border and solved this problem decades ago, but doesn't want to. And D, Democrats, who make noises about compassion but are really making political hay on the illegals' backs. So we need to understand exactly what compassion is and what compassion is not. It gets real simple. You're driving down the street, you get to an intersection, you're the second car, there's a car in front of you. It's the car in front of you's turn to go, but he wants to be a nice guy, so he lets the car to his right go first while he waits. You see, he's so compassionate, so nice, he's willing to wait an extra turn just to help out the guy in the right. He forgets all about the guy behind him who wants to get where he's going already. So by being extra nice to that person, he's being extra unnice to the person behind him. So we can be all warm and fuzzy and feely and kissy and huggy with the illegals. What about Americans who have to foot the bill, who have to see gangs come in here, who see drugs flowing endlessly across our border into their kids' veins? What about the people trying to get jobs? Suddenly the jobs pay less because we're swarmed with people from South and Central America who work for next to nothing. What about all the diseases flowing into this country that we even haven't seen in a long time or weren't here before? And on and on and on. Rachmanut shel tipshin, the mercy of fools. There is no more time left for Americans to be fools. We got to get smart. People can come here legally, according to the rules. But anybody who happens to show up from some third world toilet, no education, no health care, no language skills, no job skills, what the hell are we going to do with them except turn them into a new anchor dragging us below the water? It's Monday, July 1st. We'll be right back.
Before hiring a realtor from a big corporation who outsources their jobs and pays little to no taxes, ask yourself, what do you really want in a realtor? You need a realtor who is honest and has integrity, a realtor who is focused on the client's bottom line, not the realtor's bottom line, who provides personable, over-the-top service before, during, and after the transaction. You want a realtor that knows how to market your property. Hi, I'm James Morgan, a realtor with Grisham & Associates, LLC. I am your Colorado real estate specialist. Land deals, mountain cabins, or urban dwellings, I've got you covered. For the first-time home buyer, we will make it the best experience. If you are looking to move up or downsizing, we will do better than your last transaction. Call me today at 720-203-0731 or visit coloradoproperties.online. Let me do a great job for you.
You can buy gold just about anywhere in the world from all kinds of different deals. So why do you use the Patriot Trading Group?
20 years of service, just like that. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, just like that. Lowest prices, just like that. No solicitation, just like that. Buying or selling, just like that.
For all your gold and silver needs, call the Patriot Trading Group at 800-951-0592, just like that.
Square Root Construction is pleased to help support the American Freedom Network by offering a high-quality custom deck construction services. Established in 1990, Square Root Construction has been building high-quality decks and other types of outdoor living projects all along the northern Front Range. We are licensed, insured, and have all the experience, knowledge, and skills to help you create the outdoor living oasis of your dreams. For your free consultation and no-obligation quote, give Doug a call at 303-517-8742 or visit us on the web at squarerootconstruction.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. Howard Real, July 1st, 2019. The show is called Real Truth. Let's catch up on some news, shall we? Item from Reuters. Dateline Lahore, Pakistan. A man shot his wife, their 2 children, and 6 of her family members on Monday, and then burned the bodies when he set her family's home on fire in an alleged honor killing in central Pakistan. Mohammed Ajmal committed the attack as revenge for a suspected affair by his wife Kiran, said Imran Mahmood, a district police officer in the city of Multan where the killings occurred. He killed his wife, 2 children, 6 family members, and then burned their bodies. But don't worry, folks. Muslims are really nice folks. Just like you and me, right? Item. From the Jewish Voice, written by Howard Reel. Can any insights about the prospects of Middle East peace be gained from an actress whose credits include films like Zombie Strippers, Dirt Merchant, Erotic Aftershock, and Teenage Delinquents? Actually, yes. One-time porn goddess Jenna Jameson, a recent convert to Judaism, is weighing in on such weighty matters in the wake of a firestorm of Twitter messages that she's been receiving. The anti-Semitic comments don't hurt me whatsoever. All they do is educate my followers and the public about how anti-Semitism runs rampant on social media, said Jameson, who converted in 2016 in an interview published by the Allgemeiner, that's a Jewish newspaper. So by attacking my faith, you prove my plight. I welcome the hateful debates because I am informed on the Torah due to my recent Orthodox conversion. I've been a warrior all my life. Now I'm applying my strength to defending the Jewish people in Israel. Jameson, who's pregnant with her 3rd child, has been outspoken in social media about her support for Israel and her condemnation of Palestinians, which she correctly points out do not actually exist. Israel was promised to the Jewish people by God, she wrote on Twitter. Don't Arabs have enough land? They target the one free-thinking democracy and want to turn it into a wasteland. Why does, quote, Palestine want to drive all Jews into the sea? Why do they want to take over what the Jews have built and ethnically cleanse? Married to an Israeli, Jameson has also spoken out strongly in favor of the Israel Defense Force. When a Twitter contact complained of Israeli soldiers killing so-called innocent Palestinians, the former X-rated actress wrote, quote, I don't believe in Hamas launching rockets daily at Israel. They made their bed, now they can lie in it. Innocence is relative. She was eager to set the record straight on living conditions in the Jewish state, tweeting, quote, what's ironic is the sheer number of Arabs thriving in Israel and how that is overlooked. She was also quick to make clear that she bears no hatred towards Muslims or Arabs. Quote, I'm cool with them. I disagree with Islam. The Quran teaches to wage war on non-believers, and don't get me started on what it says about Jews. The harsh exchanges between Jameson and her critics began on Tuesday when she posted a series of comments about the tyranny of Islam, the Allgemeiner reported. After being called a whore and compared by a Palestinian to the late Al-Qaeda founder Osama bin Laden, and Zionists, quote, who rape, kill, and commit all crimes, unquote, she shot back, quote, I'm sorry you follow an ideology that promotes child rape, female genital mutilation, butchering non-believers, and polygamy. The Torah does not teach hostile, violent takeover of the world. It does not teach to kill men, rape their wives, and enslave their children, unquote. My friends, my hat is off to Jenna Jameson, who obviously has learned exactly what being Jewish means. And her career and her life before her career show that she's learned courage and the guts to speak her mind. I respect the hell out of that. Good work, Jenna. Item from Reuters, Dateline, New York. A black transgender woman wanted to be heard, but the white men wanted to celebrate. The scene at New York City's Stonewall Inn on Saturday, as reported by multiple witnesses on social media, showed how long-simmering tensions between transgender women of color and white gay men have boiled over during the celebration of World Pride and the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising. The unidentified woman wanted to address the crowd inside the Greenwich Village gay bar where patrons fought back against police harassment 50 years ago, birthing the LGBTQ movement. She arrived unannounced and disrupted a drag show, drawing an unfriendly response at first. The crowd eventually warmed, and she was given the microphone and spoke for 12 minutes. Unquote. Transgender, black woman versus white gay men. I see cinematic possibilities in that. Item from Breitbart. Pop superstar Lady Gaga is wrapping up celebration of Pride Month and encouraging fans to ask each other, what is your pronoun? During an appearance at the Apollo Theater Monday evening, the Grammy Award-winning artist and staunch supporter of the LGBT movement performed a variety of her best hit songs and told the audience they have a lot of things to celebrate, unquote. My friends, I won't comment. Item from Sky News. A pregnant woman has been fatally stabbed in South London, and her baby was delivered at the scene, the Metropolitan Police said, unquote. My friends, the lady was undoubtedly stabbed by a Muslim, and it shows what great respect Muslims have for unborn children. Although he slaughtered the woman on the streets, he allowed the baby to survive. That truly is the religion of peace. Item from CNBC.com. U.S. stocks jumped on Monday after the U.S. and China agreed to hold off on slapping additional tariffs on their products in an effort to resume trade talks. The Standard & Poor's 500 rose 0.8% and reached an all-time high of 2977.86, breaking above its previous record of 2964. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 152 points, or 0.6%, as Nike and Apple outperformed. The NASDAQ Composite jumped 1.1%, unquote. Altogether now, my friends, thank you, President Trump. Item from Breitbart. NFL legend and Super Bowl champion Burgess Owens does not agree with the Democrats about much. However, he does agree with them about reparations. Except he believes the Democrats should be the only ones who have to pay them. During stirring testimony in front of the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Reparations, Owens blasted the Democrat Party, quote, for all the misery they've brought to blacks, citing everything from the party's support of slavery, the KKK, Jim Crow, and abortion, unquote. My friends, Burgess Owens is absolutely correct. It is the Democrats who supported slavery and all the horrible racist policies afterwards. The Democrats who don't mind lying through their teeth to the American people and point the finger at Republicans and political conservatives. It's the Democrats. I love that joke. In fact, one time when I was emceeing a gala, I was going to tell this joke and I was warned not to, but since this is my show, I can. I was going to stand in front of the crowd and say, man, you watch the news, the Democrats are angry. I've never seen the Democrats this angry. In fact, I haven't seen this angry since we freed the slaves. Yeah, slavery was a Democrat institution, as was the KKK, as was Jim Crow. Factor that into your decision come 2020 about who to vote for and who not to vote for. Item from CBS Dateline Philadelphia. 4 police cars were damaged after hundreds of teens and young adults assembled in North Philadelphia Sunday night. The police department put out a citywide assist call for all available officers just for 11:30 p.m. for reports of a massive crowd of young people gathered near the intersection of North Sydenham and West Jefferson Streets, unquote. Folks, this caught my eye for 2 reasons. First of all, Philadelphia is the city of the Declaration of Independence. Secondly, I lived in Philadelphia for 5 years. And I am here to tell you, I have seen angry groups of young people in Philadelphia. And the reason they're still going on, let's see, I moved out of Philly over 12 years ago. The reason they're still going on is that no one has attempted to stop them. No. I mean, really attempted to stop them. How do you stop mass gatherings of people bent on violence? With violence. Item from the Associated Press, Dateline New York. A former leader of a purported self-help group was convicted Wednesday of federal charges that centered on lurid details of what prosecutors called a secret society of sex slaves within a community of followers in upstate New York. A jury in federal court in Brooklyn took less than 5 hours to find Keith Rainier guilty on all counts of sex trafficking and other charges, accusing him of coercing women into unwanted sex using systematic shame and humiliation. My friends, you got to wonder, what is there about shame and humiliation that would draw women to a cult like that. Didn't Joe Biden say recently that women want to be humiliated? Want the women, what did he say? He said something about women fantasize about rape. Well, I'm not sure that's so. But women also always seem to be pulled into these cults where they're treated like garbage. Why is that? Item from the End of the American Dream blog. Just in time for the 2020 election, Twitter has come up with a new policy that's obviously intended to neuter the effectiveness of President Trump's Twitter account. Right now, Trump has 61.4 million followers on Twitter, and his tweets regularly make headlines all over the world. Trump's been devastatingly effective on Twitter for years, and his social media strategy was one of the keys to his victory in 2016. Needless to say, the radical leftists that run Twitter were absolutely horrified by Trump's upset victory, and they want to do whatever they can to make sure such a thing never happens again. They started by deleting, shadow banning, and greatly suppressing the accounts of prominent conservatives. Personally, my own account has been shadow banned for a very long time. I have over 16,000 followers, but if you check out my account, you'll notice I barely get any retweets at all these days. However, a few years ago, there was a ton of interaction with all my tweets. An expert looked into them and found that, like so many other prominent conservatives, I had been shadow banned. Unquote. My friends, I'm on Twitter also, Howard Real, hashtag Howard Real at twitter.com. Go there and friend me and follow me. I put stuff up there almost every day, and it's important stuff. Item from CNBC. Stocks rose sharply on Thursday after the Federal Reserve hinted at possible interest rate cuts as soon as next month. Unquote. Once again, thank you, Federal Reserve, and thank you, President Trump. Item from the Jerusalem Post. Iran's enriched uranium stockpile exceeded the 300-kilogram limit set by the nuclear deal on Monday, according to the Iranian Fars news agency. This constitutes a direct violation of the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the nuclear plan the world superpowers reached with Iran in 2015. An Iranian source told Fars on Monday the International Atomic Energy Agency found the enriched uranium exceeded the ceiling of 300 kilograms. Unquote. Folks, please, people who are not that smart will say, Trump pulled us out of the Iranian agreement, and now, so naturally, the Iranians are going forward with their program. Well, like I said, that's the opinion of people who are not very smart. Because what they're missing is, before Donald Trump ever became president, the Iranians were cheating again and again and violating again and again and again and breaking the boundaries again and again and again in that deal. It wasn't worth anything except to castrate the West in its attempts to keep Iran from going nuclear. I've said on this show many times how you stop Iran from waging nuclear jihad. It is as simple as pressing a button. Item from the Sun. Nuclear weapons could still create decisive results and break stalemates during a war, Pentagon top brass have claimed. The ominous new document, since deleted, is called Nuclear Operations and suggests military chiefs could once again use the weapons of mass destruction to, quote, restore strategic stability, unquote. My friends, I never went to West Point. I was never even in the military. But obviously, I'm thinking just like the top brass in America's military, they realize that to stop something, you've got to stop it, which means erase it from the planet Earth. And with a country like Tehran, Iran, who wants to commit nuclear jihad, that kind of action is long past due. We'll be right back.
Grandpa's Pawn and Gun, serving Longmont and the Front Range of Colorado since 1994. We specialize in guns and currently have over 400 guns for sale. We also buy, sell, pawn, and trade for gold, silver, musical instruments, knives, archery equipment, quads, side-by-side, coins, and a lot more. We buy gun collections and do appraisals, which is smart for insurance purposes should a claim arise. We are, according to ATF, Colorado's second highest volume gun dealer, and because we have a lot lower overhead than the big box stores, we can beat love guns and you love gold to come and see us. Check us out on the web, www.grandpaspawn.com or 303-772-7952. Graham?
Bigfoot? A trustworthy politician? True love? Yeah, those things are all pretty hard to find. Lucky for you, at least a great roofer is. The Flames Roofing has proudly been providing the greater Denver area with quality roofing for a decade. We are an Owens Corning preferred contractor, offering our customers only the best selection of the highest quality roofing materials available on the market. Our installers have decades of experience to make sure your new roof is installed with care and quality craftsmanship. We also offer a 5-year workmanship warranty for all services and lifetime warranty for most products. Acclaimed Roofing is always available to handle any issue that may arise. Acclaimed Roofing, proudly serving Colorado. Call us today at 303-592-ROOF. That's 303-592-7663 for a free estimate on your new or replacement roof. Or visit acclaimedroofing.com. acclaimedroofing.com. Why does it seem America is slowly sinking? Whose fault is it? It's not the Obamas or the Clintons. It's not Republicans or Democrats. It's not corporations, the military, or foreign countries. It's the Federal Reserve, a central banking system made up of private bankers that corrupt and control virtually all aspects of the world's money supply and the economy. All of the major problems of the world can be traced to the Federal Reserve and central banks of other countries. Hi, I'm Jason with the Colorado Front Range News Hour. Catch my show with co-host Brian here on KHNC 3 to 4, Monday through Friday. We sell gold and silver, the best way to protect your hard-earned money. Call 800-951-0592 and keep those blood-sucking bankers out of your wallet.
All right, guys, welcome back to Real Truth Birthday Edition. You cannot turn on a news station these days without hearing about one or more of the chowderheads trying to get the Democrat nomination for the upcoming presidential election. And chowderheads they are. There was an excellent summary of them and the issues they're pushing on Mark Levin's Life, Liberty, and Levin last night on Fox. I would be remiss in my duty if I did not play it for you. And since I hate to be remiss, here we go. Mark Levin. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go on Facebook. I'm putting on my Facebook page right now, Real Truth Radio. You're going to find it. You're going to watch and listen to the entire video. You're going to share it. You're going to copy it, post it, tweet it, whatever the hell you can do with it. Let everybody on the planet hear this video because it's absolutely important. The Democrats do what they want to do. They're going to wreck this country and wreck it permanently. We'll be back with more Real Truth.
Join us and don't miss a moment of the Alex Jones Show, your number one source for real independent media. Find out what the mainstream media doesn't want you to know. InfoWars is pro-America, pro-family, pro-freedom. We are rebooting 1776. Exclusive reports, live coverage, information you won't find anywhere else. Tomorrow's news today. Stay informed by listening to KHNC 1360 AM. The Alex Jones Show on KHNC, the heart of Northern Colorado. The Patriot Trading Group is a different kind of gold and silver company, cleaning up the industry for 21 years. Are you tired of the high-pressure sales tactics, the constant phone calls? Are you done with the bait and switch? You just want to be treated fairly with honesty and respect? That's exactly what you get when you call 800-951-0592. You got my word on it. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. Check us out online at allamericangold.com.
Are you staring out the window daydreaming about spring, your lush green yard and backyard barbecue? Well, don't blink, or you know you'll be knee high in grass. Don't let the HOA come pounding on your door. Don't be that guy. Call Turf Tamers Landscaping at 970-460-TURF or visit our website at turftamerslandscaping.com. We will get your yard in tip-top shape. Specializing in maintenance and install of commercial and residential properties, we pride ourselves in our clean-cut and approachable crews who work efficiently and quickly detailing your property. Visit our website at turftamerslandscaping.com. Our install crew can transform your backyard into the outdoor living space you've always dreamed of. Call me, Brian, at 970-460-TURF for a free walkthrough and estimate where we can meet and discuss the best options for your landscaping needs. Family-owned and locally operated, we've been serving Northern Colorado for over 18 years. Thank you for your support and supporting KHNC.
My friends, it's become increasingly obvious that the Democrats have officially gone insane because the things they want are insane. Now, for some unlikely reason, you don't believe me, then believe Tucker Carlson. Fox News, go. Yo, it was amazing, all right. I would agree with that assessment. It's amazing that people can go up on the stage and say such profoundly ignorant, not just ignorant, but utopian, fantastical things, ludicrous things, silly, make-believe things. And that there are humanoids in the audience who will clap, and there are forms of life watching TV at home who thought, yeah, we should do that. That sinking sound you hear is America, sinking under the weight of millions of people who are dead from the neck up. They don't know anything, they just want. Give me free stuff. Give me free college. Give me free health care. Give me a free pass to come into the country, and if it's illegal, it doesn't matter because I'm coming anyway. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Folks, we are drowning under an ocean of gimme, gimme, gimme. And that's all the Democrats have. Why do you think they're offering so much free stuff? They're trying to buy votes because their policies won't get votes. They're all stupid and don't work. I'd rather not see America die. How about you? All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap it up. Howard Real, Real Truth. Go nowhere.
Join us and don't miss a moment of the Alex Jones Show, your #1 source for real independent media. Find out what the mainstream media doesn't want you to know. InfoWars is pro-America, pro-family, pro-freedom. We are rebooting 1776. Exclusive reports, live coverage, information you won't find anywhere else. Tomorrow's news today. Stay informed by listening to KHNC 1360 AM. The Alex Jones Show on KHNC, the heart of Northern Colorado.
You can buy gold just about anywhere in the world from all kinds of different deals. So why do you use the Patriot Trading Group?
20 years of service, just like that. A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, just like that. Lowest price, just like that. No solicitation, just like that. Buying or selling, just like that.
For all your gold and silver needs, call the Patriot Trading Group at 800-951-0592. Just like that. Was your home built between 1965 and 1975? If so, you may have an aluminum wired home. Aluminum wiring can be hazardous. These homes are around 50 years old now and using more electrical power than ever imagined back in the day. And aluminum wire does not get better with time. They are much harder to insure and harder to sell as well. Aluminum wire repair are electricians focused on the permanent mitigation of the aluminum wire hazard. Call them for a free inspection now. Aluminum wire repair, 720-299-4706. Or visit their website at alwirerepair.com. Don't walk away from a home you're planning on buying just because it has aluminum wire. Let them help you. Your safety is their business. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call them today, 720-299-4706. Or visit their website, alwirerepair.com.
Four minutes to go. Let's hit it. Item from the Hollywood Reporter. On Sunday, the network announced the starting round of Young Sexy Singles, a.k.a. the Islanders, for the inaugural season of the international reality hits U.S. version, which is set to premiere on July 9th. As host Ariel Vandenberg promises in the preview trailer, quote, it's going to be one hot summer. But despite criticism that Love Island is not inclusive of LGBTQ storylines, the U.S. version still won't feature any queer romances. However, Islandberg told THR that could change in the future. Quote, we're consistently talking about how to include people with a range of experiences and being more inclusive. That's really the best I can give you on that front. We're really open to seeing how the show evolves, not just here, but worldwide, in order to be as inclusive as we possibly can. Unquote. So they don't just want to have people laying all over each other, exchanging bodily fluids every 3 or 4 inches, and sliming each other nonstop. Nah, that's not good enough. You got to have LGBTQ people joining in the fun. That is what the hell America is in 2019. Item from the Daily Mail. A 16-year-old schoolgirl was raped by her 4 cousins and a teacher because they wanted to, quote, cut her down to size after she came in first in her class. The boys invited their cousin to have lunch with them during a break at school in Maholi Thana area of Siddhapur, Uttar Pradesh in India. Food laced with sedatives was served before her cousins, and a teacher took in turns raping her in the staff room, News 18 reported. Unquote. My friends, I've heard there's strength in diversity. Don't we want more and more and more people coming here from the third world? Don't we? Item from Politico, Dateline, Charleston, South Carolina. There was a time not so long ago when leading Democrats warned Elizabeth Warren's fantasy-based blue state populism risked leading the party to ruin. But in a revealing tale of how far her campaign has come since its early February launch, some unlikely voices in the center of the party are growing more comfortable with the idea of Warren as nominee. Unquote. I guess those people are comfortable with a stone-cold liar being their nominee for president. Someone who is so deranged and out of touch with reality that she thought that after lying about being of Native American heritage, what she would do is to take a DNA test and show that on television. It showed that she has less Native American DNA than the average American. Elizabeth Warren is a dingbat, and so is anybody who, for the splittest of seconds, would actually think of voting for her. Item from EENews.net. Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York said yesterday he's reached an agreement with legislative leaders over a bill to slash New York's greenhouse gas emissions, setting the stage for one of the most significant state climate victories since President Trump took office. The announcement comes just days before the close of the legislative session, representing a big victory for climate activists who spent 3 years pushing for major legislation to curb greenhouse gases in the Empire State. The legislation calls for reducing emissions by 40% from 1990 levels by the year 2030 and by 85% by 2050. The remaining 15% of emissions would be offset, making the state carbon neutral. Unquote. My friends, this is very, very far from a victory for New York State. It's a defeat, because this is going to be putting a huge gash in their budget, unworkable, undoable. But the liberals in New York are stupid enough so that they won't understand it until it actually happens. I'll see you tomorrow with more Real Truth. Hasta luego.